So we finally get to talk about this season 4 finale, Owari. And wow, so season 4, it took a while. Like a while. Like, this is the longest Nickelodeon has aired a season. If you guys remember when we talked about the season 4 premiere, that was like in 2014. We're into season 4, and I remember we actually had, for one of our props, we actually had the Target holiday wish book for Christmas, and so that means season 4 seen 2 Christmases and even 2 Thanksgivings. Oh my gosh! It just, like, normally it's about a year or maybe a little over a year. It's just that this season itself just took a long time to air. Leonardo, what are you doing?
I'm ready. I'm gonna beat him.
You're gonna beat him? You ready for the finale?
I'm gonna beat him.
Alright. Who are you gonna beat, Leonardo? Oh gosh. So going back to the actual finale and everything, one thing I'm actually really surprised about just in this season in general is that we actually never got an hour-long special. And this is actually, not only is it the first one for the season, we actually, even the finale, this is the first time we ever had the finale, which was not an hour-long special. Season 1, 2, and 3 were all hour-long specials, and then this one, unfortunately, just kind of went under the radar with Nickelodeon. Not that Nickelodeon themselves really advertise season finales that much. They just they almost kind of hide that fact most of the time with like most of their shows. And it's just that just this one just never got that treatment for any episode. The only real hour special we got during the season was the Hashtag Heroes special, which was nothing to do with the season, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the big reason I believe that we didn't have any of this with Ninja Turtles is probably because the ratings is nowhere near what Ninja Turtles was when it first aired almost like 5 years ago, back in 2012. Toys are still fine. It's that the show unfortunately hasn't been performing as they once were. And this actually shows with the actual time slot that the show was in. When this season first started, it was on Sundays at 11, and then at the beginning of this year, it went to 9 a.m. Like seriously, Nickelodeon, what are you competing with at 11 a.m. on Sundays that you feel that over 15-year-old reruns of SpongeBob would perform better than new episodes of Ninja Turtles?
Jason.
Yes.
He's gonna beat him.
He's gonna beat him?
Yes, and we will help him.
So, that's gonna be my end rant for how the show's performing this season. It's kind of a little disappointing, obviously, since we love the show so much, and that's why we keep talking about it. But you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this episode. First, season 4 has been just a fantastic ride. They start off going in space, trying to save the Earth and Master Splinter, and then not only do they get to meet like some characters like Aloplex and Mona Lisa, Toka, a lot of fan favorites and first time in animation Ninja Turtles history, including some new characters like Shinigami. We even get a reunion with them, with the original Turtles, which was a awesome celebration right there. It all leads up, so last episode, I didn't talk about this in my review, I saved it for this one. Last episode, Requiem, it ends with Shredder doing what he really wanted to do since the beginning of the series, and that was, unfortunately, killing Master Splinter. And it was, the way I feel about it is, I know, it was very sad, Leonardo. The way I feel about it is that, unfortunately, we got teased this before. We actually got to tease this twice in season 4. And so when it finally happened, I felt that it was just taken away. I mean, like I said, we got teased this at least 3 times in the show's history, and it just kind of like took that big impact away from me. At the beginning of this episode, they hit it that it's real, and he is gone, unfortunately, with the turtles and their allies, including the Mechanicals and Casey and April, attending his funeral, as the turtles are very sad about this. Something that the show does, which I really do appreciate, since I really like the Splinter character a lot, is that we actually see Leonardo has visions of Splinter talking to him.
Leonardo.
Which I thought it was a very nice touch. And after the somber mood ends, like from here on for the rest of the episode, the turtles, they go in and attack Shredder at his base to avenge their master once and for all. We see that Karai is still injured from the last episode really badly, and so what we actually have here is, you see Donatello over there.
Jason, I'm ready to help Leonardo. I'm gonna beat him.
Who are you gonna beat? So we've seen Leonardo before in his black outfit, which was based off the IDW comic series. Now, because there's action figures, there's toys, they made it for the other 3 turtles, and so over here we see the other 3 turtles also wear black bandana and belts and everything, just basically to sell more toys. Now, something I actually really like what they did with this design was, especially, so I'm not sure if the turtles, if they changed their skin color to all look similar on purpose, or if it's just because of the black just kind of like mutes their green skin color. All 4 turtles, their skin colors almost looks the same.
Jason,
yes.
My skin looks cute.
Yes. Your skin does look cute.
But still, I help them.
Yes, you still help them. But one thing that they do is actually really cool, is that in the back of their bandanas, so in the front, they have, in the front it's all black. In the back, they actually have the colors of the turtles, and just so you can easily identify them. And also like the way that they had the paint in some of their bandanas, like Donatello almost looks like he's a member of Kiss with some black lines over where his eyes are.
And I have some cute spots here, cute spots.
Yes. Michelangelo has some cute spots like on his face, and Raphael has like a full bandana that covers his head, almost kind of like almost like the movie, and actually Next Mutation actually has that kind of style bandana as well. And it really does help you to identify which ones, especially since they all have the same color scheme. Now, the turtles, they go and they fight pretty much everybody in the Foot Clan. I mean, we fight Foot Bots, they fight the Elite Foot Bots. We don't see Razar. And if you remember, Leatherhead actually fought him in the episode before, and they were in the water, and we never saw Razar come out of the water. We only saw Leatherhead come out of the water. So it could be that Razar is gone for the rest of the show. We'll find out. We'll find out later on if that's true or not. Raphael, he goes and fights Fish Face, and it is a really brutal beatdown, and especially the way he leaves him makes me kind of wonder if we're going to see Fish Face later on too. We could still see him next season. This might be just a way for the show just to kind of take out two of these characters who were to initially have Bebop and Rocksteady, because at the beginning of the show they didn't have them, and then they end up with them. So maybe they just want to get rid of like those extra characters for the next season. So also when Michelangelo he goes and fights Baxter Stockman, it's actually it's a really comedical fight between that, and he actually uses the retro mutagen on Baxter, and Donatello goes and explains, hey, we only have so much, and basically their reason why the Turtles are not just going and just using this retro mutagen on everybody that they fight against. But what I really like is Baxter's commentary that he has.
Jerk! I liked being a fly!
About it. It's almost like he's just talking to the audience, like he's like basically like, hey, I want to be a bug because everyone else wants me to be a bug. I actually like being a fly, and that's what everybody wants. It's actually a pretty funny commentary, and I'm wondering if the show just add that in there just to mainly to show that like they were giving the fans what they wanted when they made Baxter into a fly. So as I said, they fight them. They even fight Bebop and Rocksteady. Nothing major really happens between their fight between Bebop and Rocksteady. It's just there just to have more fights and everything. But we obviously they're keeping that open so we can have more fights between them in future episodes. So after they fight Bebop and Rocksteady, we get to see Tiger Claw again. I wasn't that surprised to see how Tiger Claw actually looks, and that's mainly because if you guys remember when we talked about Tail of Tiger Claw a few weeks ago, at the end of that episode, Aloplex actually went and actually cut off his arm, and to be honest, I was expecting him to actually have a replacement arm, so I wasn't that surprised to see a robotic arm with him, and that's mainly because for animators it's easier to animate with characters with all their limbs instead of when they're missing a limb, and that's just because of a balancing issue. I'm fortunate to know that because I have a wife that's an animator. From just model sheets and everything, it's just easier to keep a track of them when they have all their limbs in there. Some neat things they do with Tiger Claw is that he actually is able to replace his hands, and he actually ends up like with like bazookas and lasers. He even gets a claw, like an actual claw to go with his name, and it was actually some neat things that they did with him, and I actually like that they don't just treat it like just he just has a robotic arm now. It's okay, we can have some fun with this, and which I actually really appreciate. And then not only the turtles, they fight Tiger Claw, they also fight some tigers too, which is very fitting for Tiger Claw. And so after the turtles, they fight all of Shredder's main henchmen, we get to the big fight that we've all been waiting for, and that is the Turtles against Super Shredder. And the way that they stage this fight is actually really cool. The first thing Shredder does is he makes it that Casey and April don't fight him. And so we have what we want, and that is the 4 Turtles against Shredder, and which is what all the fans are really wanting to see.
Shredder.
Which was very smart on the direction for the director episode. And throughout the fight, what Shredder does is he knocks out the turtles from the roof like one by one, and they make it that like it's like, oh, they can't come back. It's just so we can get that one-on-one fight between Leonardo and Shredder. Now, if you have been following the Ninja Turtles for the 30 plus years that it's been going on in all sorts of forms of media, and especially if you've read or watched the Return to New York storylines from the original comics and the 2003 cartoon, you will probably know what the outcome of this episode between a fight between Shredder and Leonardo, and it comes out exactly how those storylines comes out. And if you guys haven't read those, then I recommend to read that or watch the 2003 episode or watch this episode so you get surprised on like what happens, because the outcome is actually the same, which is actually a really good touch. And I've been saying this a lot this season, but I was not expecting to see that in this show. And in fact, this show, I will say, like, you know, from the beginning, from 2012, like, you know, when it first came on and everything, I was kind of a little iffy about it. It took me about 4 or 5 episodes for me to actually start getting into it, and just the way how goofy it was and everything, and the fact that it went from that to this, and this natural progression is a really cool thing, and I really like that I was able to watch this natural progression happen and everything, and just the way that this show matured within these 5 years, 4 seasons, and now that season 5 is coming. So some bad news, I will say, which is really unfortunate. So season 5, which is coming, thank goodness, is coming. Unfortunately, the episode count has been cut from 26 to 20, which is not a good sign. I mean, we already seen the show change time slots and days throughout the show's history, and now that it's at like Sundays at 9 a.m., this kind of it's not a good future for the show. And with season 5, they're actually changing the name of the show. It's now going to be Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a direct reference to the comic books, which is actually, I actually do like that reference. But whenever there's a title change, that usually means that they're trying to add more life into the show. And
I'm advertising for them.
You're advertising for them? That's a good idea, Michelangelo.
Yes.
Oh.
For the title.
For the title? Nice. We've seen title changes before in the 2003 series. It went 2003 series went to Fast Forward, then it went to Back to the Sewer, and then eventually the show got canceled. We'll see what happens for season 5. We'll see if we have a season 6, and if season 6 is still can continue on with the Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles title.
It's done. It's done.
What's done, Raphael? Raphael, what's done?
It's done.
What,
It's done. Leonardo did it. It's done.
What did Leonardo do?
It's done. It's done.
What's done?
It's done.
Okay, Leonardo, what's up? What did you do?
We beat the game.
You beat the game? The game?
Yes.
This game?
The classic one.
You beat you beat this game?
Yes.
You know how hard this game is?
We beat them. It was very hard.
You know, I've been like trying to beat this game like on the channel too.
Yes. My brothers helped me, but I did it. It's done.
Good job. Good job. So let me know what you guys think about this episode. Let me know what you guys think about season 4. I really enjoyed season 4. It is actually one of my favorite seasons. I will say from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, it actually never let down for me. And I haven't, like, you know, it's not like season 3 or even some parts of season 2 for me. This was actually a really wonderful ride. I'm really hoping for good things about the next season 5 with Tales of the Ninja Turtles. And it was actually really cool that right after this episode ended, Nickelodeon actually advertised for season 5, which is starting in a few weeks. Oh my gosh! I guess we can forgive them for taking so long for them to show season 4. Then, let me know what you guys think about it. We will come back for season 5. We'll see you guys next time. All right, see ya.
Like and subscribe. It's mine. It's mine there. It's mine there. Like Daddy.
Give it. Like and subscribe.
Daddy.
Jangan cuma give it to me. Give it to me. It's my turn to play.